body is ready. The Gennaro changed his name to Batman.
Does it show, like, it being on the third ban right now? Okay, now it doesn't. Never mind.
Yeah, like the beginning always seems kind of weird. All right. This cast will begin in just a moment. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, finally officially into the cast here at the Next Level Dota cast with Nex and my co-caster
Rankshis.
Rankshis. Not using the art of the anxious Rankshis this time.
No, I'm saving that for later.
I mean, we have 13 viewers, so that's pretty good for dropping out. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. Anyways, the draft, the call to arms is beginning in the draft.
you almost did it.
I almost did it. Yeah, and of course Shashan being first man down. But this is the RD2L Reddit Dota 2 League. If you aren't familiar with me and Rankshis, we cast every day, and we are right now casting exclusively the RD2L. So for all the RD2L action, you can see me exclusively. I've got a lot of odds, so check those out if you're looking to scope people out and see who's good. But yeah, Pugna actually making it into a game, and Nature's Prophet for the first time in a while.
Yeah, I don't... Have we seen... Yeah, we've seen Nature's Prophet.
Yeah.
Not in a while. Finally, people are, like, first picking him. Many of you may not know this about me, but I think Nature's Prophet is, like, the scum of the earth type hero, so...
We're saying that because he's overpowered.
Yeah, he's way good.
It's like, so hard to play against.
Teleport anywhere. You can send trees places. Trees are just a pain in the dick. So.
I mean, like I see him on like Lycan level, like maybe just barely below Lycan level in terms of just don't want to play against him.
Yeah.
And Pugna being picked really early. Now, when they got picked, Shadow Shaman was the only one on the board at the moment. So yeah, it definitely high mana cost on Shadow Shaman, and so that makes sense. And Ancient Apparition, it's all right.
Seems pretty safe. Like
yeah, he
they
doesn't
already
usually
have one
make it
like
to the
person.
Yeah, the second pick phase. Like he'll often get banned out in the second ban phase. But we'll see. That kind of limits Dire's heroes. They certainly can't pick, like, I mean, Tidehunter's banned out, but they certainly can't pick, like, a Skywrath, obviously, or anything else that they'd have to worry about, actually, that ward really hurting. So we'll see what they pick in response. Things, preferably, that don't really, that either have a lot of HP pool or don't have giant mana costs.
Yeah. It's hard, and it's really, like, something that's, like, kind of safe about picking Pugna early. It's hard to pick heroes that don't have high mana cost, because you can't just make a team of like low mana cost heroes. There's very little synergy in that, and like what you can do with that. So I don't know. I'm surprised I don't see this happen more often.
Yeah, and the Dire actually bans out the Skywrath. They knew that they didn't want it, and they knew that, well, as we saw before, like the Skywrath plus Pugna is a really good combo, and we actually saw Skywrath Lion the other day too. Yeah, so that being banned out, and we'll make it into the second pick phase. God, I always like mess up when I figure out what the name is of the second thing.
What words are?
But yeah, words. We're wordsing here in RD2L. Brewmaster being banned out, won't see him, and we did see him earlier today and was unsuccessful. Brewmaster somehow falling off a little bit in terms of his pick rate.
At least in the RD2L,
yeah.
I would say. A lot of teams still really value Brewmaster, and if you're practiced with Brewmaster, like, his laning stage is now, like, really good. Wow, a Tinker. That's...
No one on their team I know as Tinker players, dirty Tinker pickers, but yeah, Tinker we saw own just the other day.
They have so much push on this team. Prophet, Pugna, Tinker, like...
Yeah. It's a good call out.
This is gonna be rough. This is one of those games where you really need to have a way to like clear waves, and they already have like 2 support heroes, so they don't have a lot of like option left over for supports that can clear waves, and that's kind of where a lot of like wave clearers lie, is within the int pool, mainly connected to support. So we'll see what their plan is here.
Yeah, currently 5 intellect heroes being picked. Make that 6.
Wow.
And but Pugna like has the Decrepify, and with Tinkers and Nukes, that's actually a really good increase in damage. Does pure damage get increased by magic resistance? It doesn't. It's pure. Is always pure.
Because pure hits for the number it says it hits for.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's like a non-pure magical nuke can actually do more damage than a pure damage equivalent because of that fact. But yeah, Storm Spirit being picked up. I think this is really good because Storm Spirit's kind of a good counter to a couple of what Radiant's picked. Pugna doesn't want to get got on. Tinker certainly doesn't want to get locked down. He wants to be able to blink around and do things. And like, yeah, Storm Spirit can find him. And mainly, here's the main thing, is that Tinker, he TPs into a lane and then blinks into like the background, into the trees, and Storm Spirit can find him. Same thing with Nature's Prophet. So I've played Storm Spirit against Nature's Prophet so many times, and you can just... Yeah, you can TP, or you can be home and then just rush to the Nature's Prophet and instantly kill him, like ball lightning, doing tons of damage when you use a lot of it in a large range. Wow, a 7th intellect hero.
Wow, are both teams just gonna be comprised of all int heroes? What a draft that would be, by the way.
Yeah, so like action in the early game.
They should just talk to each other and be like, all right, only int heroes from this point on. Oh man, Nyx Assassin, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, you want to talk about a way to like really screw over int heroes, and especially like a tanker, one that like teleports to a lane and a Nyx can just lay in wait for him. Like, Nyx is a great choice here. I actually didn't think about that when I was talking, mainly because I was so caught up in the idea of 2 fully int teams. But Nyx Assassin, great against int heroes with mana burn.
Yeah, there's so much food on that team.
Yeah,
like we talked about Storm Spirit being good against Tinker and Nature's Prophet, but Nyx is also one of those. So Naxul really drafting, I think, like just really well right now.
Yeah,
and,
got criticized for the night team, but here we are.
Yeah. But Tappa's doing really well too. I mean, I got a super good push strat. Now they have Arcane Aura to just allow for even more mana, and that's just going to help them in the early game and get a lot of towers. It's going to allow Tinker to be able to spam his March more. And now the ban's coming out. This is what the chat was saying, and I completely agree with this. Talk about boards, getting credit for this. BKB carries is going to be huge here, and Luna being banned out. Talk about board even mentioned the Luna, and I don't know if there's a coincidence there, but yeah, Luna getting banned out as the last ban. And we'll see. I think BKB carries would be good for kind of both teams, but mainly against, I guess, mainly against the Radiant team.
Reserve time.
So that's why Luna, was banned out from the Radiant on the Dire. And as far as banning out for the Dire, I suppose BKB carry would also be really good for them as well. So it's kind of, BKB carries are really bad for both teams.
Unless Nature's Prophet is going to jungle, it looks like they kind of have 3 farming spots already. But, you know, maybe Nature's Prophet's plan is to jungle. Who's to say?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I really like the Nyx and Storm. This is going to be so bad. But as far as the Dire team goes, they don't have late game like right clicks right now. They have the Storm Spirit. But the Radiant has Nature's Prophet. It's got Tinker, and they have the Pugna, who will get farmed up and probably like be able to life drain really well, and it can get some really good damage down with that life drain if it gets without not interrupted. But that's the Storm Spirit's going to be really good about that, hopefully. But he kind of got so many targets to go on. I can't in a 5v5 I do not know how you prioritize really who you kill. Probably the Tinker if he has enough items, but
yeah, then
you got the Pugna, like, because Dire has a good amount of lockdown. They just need to use it at the right times. And here goes Wraith King being banned out. That's a good, I agree with that completely. I think Wraith King on the Radiant team would be really good, because the Dire team wants to like burst someone. They have really good spells. Storm Spirit can burst, use mana, Nyx, Vendetta, Ancient Apparition, Ice Blast. Yeah, Keeper the Light.
Wow.
Yes.
So they, like I said, they have 3 farming spots already. They're going for a support hero and a lifestealer. I was about to say, what would be great?
Wow, I can't believe that didn't get banned out. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, they have a Storm and a Nyx. Lifestealer has several ways to like get into a fight, and Here we are, watching it.
Naxul bringing it out. Now, what do I think about the Coddle in this pick? Like, Coddle is good for wave clear. They have an okay amount of it. They have a really good amount, even without the Coddle. So it's mainly not to push because they have enough of that. The question is, it's good against like Shadow Shaman. You know, he wants to put down wards, and Coddle will be there, knock down all the creeps, and then just farm the wards. If you do it as a group, then yeah, that's a pretty good way of doing that.
I think it's just about the like mega push going on here. Like if you can clear the wave and have other people save their abilities for more team fight oriented things, because like you don't want to have Crystal Maiden start trying to worry about wave clearing with the super early push threat. Have her focus a lot of things on fighting, right, and so on.
Radiant does have a lot of late game, I'd say, on Nature's Prophet and Tinker, a good amount, and now this makes their lineup just a little bit more well-rounded in terms of early late game potential. Coddle being really, really good in the early game.
30 seconds
he can
to battle.
like wave people correctly, and they're pinging out the Ancients to actually get warded, so we'll see how fast they can get there. And it looks like the Radiant aren't going to try to defend it, which might be a mistake. Tinker is going to be able to stack those Ancients from the Radiant side, which is beneficial to the Tinker. Oh, let's see. So the Shadow Shaman got taken by the Radiant team. All right, so calling out who's playing who. Naxul, the captain, the one we know, playing on the Lifestealer, brought us the Knight draft in the last game, and thanks to that. So yeah, that's the awesome Naxul. Pengi Z playing the Shadow Shaman. Mac playing the Ancient Apparition in the mid lane. CFX playing Storm Spirit, misses his block. That's unfortunate because guess who didn't miss their block? The Necro. But going on the solo off lane, Trolloto playing the Nyx Assassin. Back in the mid lane, Coddle Corchin is being playing the Coddle of the Light. Coddle of the Light. Tapez playing the Pugna, who is the drafter for this team. Trixen Salarakas. Heart, 3-3-3-3-3, playing Crystal Maiden, and Tinker being played by Moomin, and lastly, but certainly not leastly, I said it again, Nature's Prophet being played by Fetch Schneidel. And this is a scary offlane for him. Chilling Touch plus Lockdown and the Rage from Lifestealer. This Nature's Prophet is going to have a hard time unless he can really pull the creep wave, which I don't know if he already did with those treants, but... And Keeper of the Light actually staying mid. Are they going to just like keep waving down this and like Nether Blast?
I'm pretty sure that's the plan.
That is really cool. So the early tower kill coming out from the Radiant here as soon as they get some XP.
So the Dire supports actually warded up the Ancient camp to prevent Tinker from stacking and pulling, but Tinker's actually bottom, so kind of a wasted sentry ward. I mean, I would have thought the same thing, so it's not like saying, hey, scrubs. Yeah. Obviously, Tinker was going bottom.
You what, mate? 1v1 me.
But I would have made that mistake as well. So here we are. Just maybe good lanes from, because like this is actually a pretty legit lane. If they're just gonna try to push super early, just send the Coddle and the Pugna middle. Just push.
Storm Spirit can just like really not have that as good a place to farm because he doesn't have the protection of that tower.
Yeah.
And now the Dire supports have pulled the wave back just a little bit, so Nature's Prophet is surprisingly far away right now. If he can actually get slowed, the open wounds is almost there. The Pugna paused the game, so the captain coming out from Pugna, is it not? I don't think your lane is working, boys. Yeah, I mean, the Trolloto's been getting a lot of space here in the bot lane. Crystal Maiden has not been able to zone this guy whatsoever. And yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how this rolls out. Like Tinker going safe lane, he's going March, and he does have the really good March camps here in the Radiant, so that'll be really good. But yeah, he's not going to be able to go like crazy nuke in the early game, and I guess he should go March, I suppose. The only problem with that is that in the late game, Nyx and Storm Spirit are going to be there. If he's TPing around and using March the Machine, that threat is always there. And I don't know how well the bot's March is actually going to work out for him. I feel like he might want to go fight mode and go laser rockets, but not saying one way or the other.
I think the goal's obviously to push here, so March isn't like bad by any means.
That's true. Wow, Nature's Prophet he's definitely going to get dead after the Cold Feet's going to proc after the open wounds, and First Blood goes the way of the Dire, the Lifestealer, getting a lot of damage on there, but the kill actually goes to Ancient Apparition. And let's see. So this is good also for the Radiant team in the mid glide because Storm Spirit is obviously going to go bottle, and now the Coddle can rune control really good, or he should be able to rune control in the most ideal scenario, but he's actually staying in lane here, and Storm Spirit's going to get an illusion rune, and I would say that you'd want to control runes if you have a dual mid. Just a little little tidbit of information. But Dire is smoked up once again. They're going to go on this Nature's Prophet, who's so deep. He has a ward there, but he did not think that they would come from this side. This is really bad for Nature's Prophet. Lifestealer's coming in. He's dead once again. There's the shackle. Here comes the, well, there's no cold feet needed. There's just the chilling touch plus the opening wounds. And now he's dead. Going the way of the Lifestealer.
What nice supports giving their carry farm.
I know. It's almost like they're good supports. I don't know any other supports that don't accidentally take the right clicks and get kills themselves and get way more farm than the carry that they're supporting. That's a reference to me, by the way.
Yeah, nobody cares.
What a mean guy. Nature's Prophet, they're punishing the offlane Nature's Prophet, and this is where you would say go into the jungle, right?
Yeah, definitely. He's died twice up here, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So this is jungle time, friend. Like, you tried, didn't work. No hard feelings. Yep. Move on.
No harm, no foul. You got a jungle there, and it's not even being used, not even being stacked. Yeah. In fact, that's another part of it. It's like, you have a Tinker, why don't you stack some camps and jungle at the same time? It's actually very easy to do that as a Nature's Prophet. So yeah, this is another different way to play it, but we'll see if Nature's Prophet gets killed again.
He is definitely staying way farther back this time. Yeah,
for sure.
And unbeknownst to him, the supports appear to be like rotating through the jungle. Shadow Shaman going back to base and Ancient Apparition heading mid.
Yeah, I guess
maybe
he's kind of going weird. They're both going back to base or something of that matter. I don't know really where he's going. But yeah, mid lane getting nether blasted. This is good. Now the rank 2 and rank 2 mana, Chakra Magic, and the Illuminate are out now, and this is where it's going to start rolling down. And let's see what how much Storm Spirit actually is still okay. So he's still topping the charts on CS now. We've talked about this before. We've seen the dual mid lane. Actually, there's a mid Decrepify, but Storm Spirit is going to be able to ball lightning away. He just hit level 6 a little bit before.
This Pugna is definitely messing up on some of his CS. I don't mean to be that guy, but he has missed a couple really easy ones.
Yes, and the Coddle, if he should be helping with denying. With 2 heroes, you can deny so much better than 1, like a lot better. And Storm Spirit doesn't have, oh wow, he's actually balling in, trying to do something, but he uses a lot of mana, but now Shadow Shaman is here, he's close enough to Hex, but that's it. Is there going to be anything else? There could be a Shackle, but right into an Illuminate. Now they're diving the tower. There's a ton of damage onto the Coddle, but now the Storm Spirit has no mana. Oh wow, he was so close to dying, but now the Pugna goes down as well, but the Nature's Prophet TP's in to make sure the Storm Spirit dies, and the Shadow Shaman actually dies as well, I think, to tower or creep.
Yeah, he took 2 tower hits and maybe 3, but it was definitely 1 too many.
Yeah, so weird engagement in the mid lane, but 2 kills going both teams' ways, so a little bit of a wash. And yeah, that's just we've seen the dual lane mid before, and the main thing you have to do is you have to deny the other one's farm. Storm Spirit having 27 last hits and getting bottle charges is inexcusable. Yuda-san is it's the Japanese translation for that. For everyone who was definitely wondering. And Crystal Maiden is jungling and doing well. But the same Nyx Assassin is doing pretty well. This Crystal Maiden is almost the level of this Nyx, so I'd say that Crystal Maiden's done pretty well in terms of...
Yeah, I don't think this Tinker particularly like needs help bottom here, so I definitely like her decision to be jungling.
But Pugna dies in the mid lane. I just saw it as the Illuminate does come and try to hit a lot of the Dire heroes, but it must have just been a combo from the Cold Feet plus the Storm Spirit zip in, doing a lot of damage. Yes, and he'll be super happy to get a regen rune here. Yeah, this is looking really good for the Dire team.
You don't see many Storm Spirits max out Overload over Electric Vortex.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's true. Wow. Yeah, that's really true. And now, with that Overload, he's actually going on him. There comes the... Oh, wow. He actually missed the right click because his attack speed isn't that far. But he's actually going to get him one more. Oh, my God. And now he zips away. The ward is down. And unfortunately, a little bit of a miss micro, I suppose, is one way of saying it. And the tower goes down to the Pugna. Wow, that did so much damage. Only a rank 3 and able to get the last hit on that tower.
Yeah. I feel like Pugna Coddle's lane hasn't been working out that well, but it's nice to see that they got the tower. It's some recovery going their way.
Yep, and this is the lull in wards where we see absolutely no wards on the map. about 7 minutes where they die, and they should definitely get more map control. It is nighttime, and that's going to punish the Radiant team more because I believe the Dire team is going to be ganking way more. And the Nyx is going to be level 6 soon, pretty here. It is pushed to the tower finally, but the Crystal Maiden's continuing to pull this wave, so she's getting a lot of XP, a lot of gold. This is looking really good. But this Nyx is going to have a huge impact. We've seen Nyxes come back and just like get nothing kind of in the early game. We've seen Nyxes get less than this Nyx and just come back and totally annihilate. And there's going to be a lot of targets for him to annihilate, to ravage, to vendetta. Vendetta is kind of a word that means like getting revenge. So like why does he need to get revenge? Like vendetta is a word.
Well, everyone hates bugs, so
that's
obviously
true. That's a good point.
Just revenge for that general hate.
Yeah, and shouldn't all his moves be called like Nyx? Now that I'm thinking about it. Decrepify. Wow, the Nature's Prophet all doing a little bit of damage too and almost get him, but not enough. There's actually 3 Radiant heroes now. There was going to be 4, but Tinker went to go farm the tri-camps here. And Shadow Shaman gets a kill on Nature's Prophet somewhere else on the map in the top lane as Lifestealer and Shadow Shaman combo him. And in the mid lane, Storm Spirit and Ancient Apparition are pushing the mid tower. So a lot of action happening literally on all 3 lanes right now.
Yeah. Shadow Shaman TP'd down bottom, maybe to drop wards to try to defend the tower.
Yep, we'll see. He doesn't have enough mana anymore, but the Ether Shock is going to be good enough to just clear the wave, and Illuminate trying to do what he can to push the wave and doing a lot of damage to those. And now Nyx is back with mana. He uses Vendetta. He should have used it before, but now
you can use Vendetta while TPing. And
is he gonna get this kill on this? This is so low. This is definitely dead. Boom. Oh, he actually misses the stun. Oh wow, the mana pop, the mana burn just pops him.
Mana burn still does crazy damage against anyone on that int team.
Yeah, and let's see here. Pugna activate. Okay, you activated an invisibility rune as that happened. I didn't see that. And yeah, so cool. Well, the Dire team I'm feeling really good about their attack potential right now, and in fact that's what's going to happen here. Storm Spirit's going to find this Crystal Maiden. This is dead. You're a dead maiden. Oh my god! But is she going to get? I thought maybe she can get denied by the neutral camps, but there it is. Ancient Apparition's here to just watch her die. Tinker coming in. He does have rank 4 March, but he's not. He's thinking that the Dire were going to go this way, but instead they went that way. So there's the first kill with Vendetta. Super easy kills. This is the happiest game if you're a Nyx. You feel so good about the targets.
Hopefully he'll start landing impales as well.
Oh, he turns around. Storm Spirit now turns around. He has a DD. He's able to do something, but nothing happens. He's going on the Coddle instead. Look at that damage. And there's one last right click. He actually wandered through that, and now he's dead. Coddle. But here comes this Tinker. Wow, he couldn't get over the ledge. Unfortunately, Storm Spirit ran out of mana and couldn't actually get past that ledge, and that's a dead Storm Spirit. But here comes the Nature's Prophet with the right clicks, doing a little bit of damage. Mischance uphill, but that's going to be killing the Ancient Apparition as well. Good rotations from the Radiant to get some kills, punishing the aggression from the Dire at minimum. And Vendetta is up from Nyx Assassin, but he now has mana boots to his name. He wanted to go get him, but he sees that the Pugna's here, and he could go around this way and use that Tango to kill this tree right here, but he's not going to do it. Now the Illuminate is coming back, Dire team running back, and the Radiant are going to try to push now with these treants that have just spawned, and this is going to be a dead tower with a couple of Nether Blasts. Oh, Shackle from the Shadow Shaman, though, onto the Pugna. Is something to have. Vendetta's going to pop him really soon. There's the Storm Spirit. Boom. There he is. Okay, so the stun's out, but there's a huge Nether Blast came out before the Pugna was dead. That's the true Vendetta. Storm Spirit almost going down to the Coddle. Wow. Just as the Nature's Prophet was right-clicking the Storm Spirit, making him die. Is he going to sprout? He actually could have sprouted a little bit earlier, but he didn't actually do it. Walking into wards now and taking a lot of damage as he teleports. Whew, that was close. And now the tower is at least dead. And elsewhere, Nyx Assassin goes down to what appeared to be a teleport. Okay, he was teleporting past the tower. I thought he was teleporting back. Now the Ancient Apparition almost gets a kill on him. And now there's no more Dire team. There's the TP and the Ice Blast too. But the Radiant, he dodges this way instead. And now Shadow Shaman's looking for the kill. Can something happen? He doesn't have a teleport or anything. He's just going to sit there and unfortunately got a creep inside the Sprout. And he says, well creep. It's not like you could have lived anyways. But the Radiant team grouping up in top tower now. Lifestealer waiting in the wake. Patience from Zoe. He's waiting in the trees. He's trying to get something done, but he actually runs away before the creep wave comes up to the tower. Now there's going to be even more damage, but wow, he's getting so close. A couple last hits, and now the open wounds comes out with the frostbite, but he rages right through it. It does actually purge that, and that's a dead Pugna as well. Way too far. And this is the squishy team coming out from the Radiant. That's a Pugna, Coddle, and a Crystal Maiden. They can't man up against a Vendetta and a Lifestealer. He's going to slap chop them and slash their faces and make them look more like him.
This is the first time I've ever seen a Lifestealer go a build I agree with instead of maxing Feast first.
No way, it takes a team of full magic to level Rage first?
Yeah, who knew?
Yeah. And in another part, actually, Tinker gets killed right here. As that I was looking at, I thought I was looking at the map at the same time. Storm Spirit just walking up and getting a kill on Tinker. And the Ancients being stacked. Finally,
oh my goodness, they ate that Coddle Blast. Tell you what.
So full rank 3 Illuminate, and Lifestealer's just diving by, hoping to get something, but his phase boots, but Nature's Prophet, I always call him Trine, but Nature's Prophet actually getting kind of split right in the middle of all these bad people. And the wards were dropped for the kill, as well as getting the tower. Illuminate's going to be there, and now the wards are going to be trying to hit the tower, but they're just going to get one shot by the tower. And this is what I talked about, the Coddle being pretty good against those Mass Serpent wards. But although it did get a lot of tower damage done at the same time. So now Storm Spirit's trying to go away as the TP'd Tinker comes in. There's 4 Dire up in the top lane. They're going to still try to push, but this is why I think Coddle's strong. He's done pretty well to counter push his towers. I mean, it's 13 minutes in against a Shadow Shaman who is level 6 and has been level 6 for a while. He's level 9 right now, and not one tower is down. There's a bunch of hurting towers, and this is where they pretty much want like a Treant Protector, but actually there's an Ice Blast right there coming out from the Dire team, hitting a couple of Radiant members. There's only one member, and actually Nature's Prophet TP's back to kill the Nyx. Can he get him? Yes, he does. And on the back lines, let's see, Lifestealer killed Pugna right here. He gets a ward down. As, yeah, that's pretty much that happened. Pugna got a kill on Ancient Apparition while that happened. There's so many kills going around. I think he cast, right? And actually got killed by the Nether Ward.
Yeah, it was his Nether Blast.
Oh my
God. Put it
God.
up in the air and he stood in it. Which is unfortunate. Yes,
indeed. So much happening at once, and now Storm Spirit going on the Nature's Prophet. There's the combo. He's doing so much right-click damage. Is that another DD? It is. Oh my God, this guy's got so many DDs as Storm Spirit. That is just way too strong. And now maybe they'll put the wards down next to the tower to finish it off. It's going to be up in 15 seconds. There is a TP defense coming out from the Radiant team. What an aggressive early game this is, and of course, that is what we expect from such a Radiant Magic-heavy team from both teams. And wow, that damage is really good. Wow, he hurt himself after the Ether Shock as well. Look at that damage coming out from the Nether Ward. What rank is that? It's only rank 2, and he did that much damage. Shadow Shaman getting hurt. Listen, man, if you cast too much, where's the ward? Yeah, it's right here. So, doing some pretty good damage, and it's so cheap. You can just throw it out, you know. It's got last
80 mana. Just throw it wherever. The cooldown's kind of long on it, but
the duration's only 5 seconds less than the cooldown.
Yeah, 35 seconds. It's up for 30.
Yeah, but Nyx has got his Vendetta level 2. He's feeling really good about that. With the nerfs coming out from the duration, every level from Vendetta means so much more, as well as the nuke damage, going up to 400 on your right click, in addition to the base damage of your right click. So more does like 479 physical damage coming out from Vendetta. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And considering the health pools, like say a Coddle that has 739 HP, an Impale is pretty much all you need after that. The ward placed behind the trees. Could they go on this? This might be the death of Shadow Shaman. He's in ward range now.
Nyx Vendetta.
Wow, the life steal getting hurt a little bit, but then he rages. Wow, so much damage. Then he does kill himself. The Shadow Shaman killed himself to the ward, but then they're going on just a little bit. But the life stealer is just manning up. There's no way that these Pugna and a life stealer can kill this. And on the back, like in a completely other lane, Nature's Prophet gets killed here by the Storm Spirit, Nyx, and Ancient Apparition trio, as the Tinker is just once again farming away. He does have a Blink Dagger, Null Talisman, and going that Dagon, looking to burst people down, and that's pretty smart. I'd say that they need something to hurt Lifestealer, because Tinker needs something to kind of counter him. So I was thinking like an Orchid or a Scythe of Ice would be really good against Lifestealer. The Dagon's nice, but you have a good amount of nukes, and Nature's Prophet will start to right click. What you really need is just the ability to lock him down, I think. But I suppose the Dagon will be good too. You can definitely burst down a lot of people, and that's where the shotgun build comes out. Maybe he's just looking to shotgun Lifestealer. He is a strength hero, so I don't think that's going to be totally possible. But 17 minutes into this game, this Lifestealer has a Midas and a Desolator.
Yeah, he's not looking bad. Desolator's gonna rip through all these like low health, low armor targets.
Decrepify gets used on the Lifestealer, but he rages it off, and now he's just going ham. Is there open wounds? There is. He could use it, but he doesn't even need it. A double kill going the way of Lifestealer. Nature's Prophet not TPing in too soon, but here comes the Tinker, and there's the Rockets to clean up the Lifestealer, but he gets a double kill, and he's really happy about that. The
wards took bottom tower.
Oh yeah,
Easy tower.
Easy tower from the wards.
Yep.
And so that's kind of yeah, Coddle is like a big thing. Is just like you can't be everywhere at once, and he came top and died. But that's the thing. That's the weird thing is Pugna actually decrepified the Lifestealer, but the Lifestealer just raged it off. And so if Pugna had decrepified itself, at least he would have maybe lived a little bit longer. But the open wounds was still down. Here comes Vendetta. Nyx, he walked right through the march and totally took tons of damage. And although there's no wards or anything, the Radiant team just TP'd away. I think they were just TPing bottom. Coincidentally, Tinker going in. Here's the Sprout, an instant kill of the Shadow Shaman. Too much damage coming out from the Radiant. This is the global potential coming out from the bots and the teleportation from Nature's Prophet. Coddle goes down to finally the Vendetta found his target. So much action. Storm Spirit kind of just waiting in the wake. Patrons from Zoe. Here comes Tinker. He's going to go around the cliff edge, and now he's going to get vortexed immediately, plus the Static Remnant actually gives vision, but now there's a March. Can he actually get the kill before the Dagon kills him? The March is doing so much damage, but he didn't get a kill. Actually, he did. Okay, it was the Orchid, but he actually gets killed by the Nature Prophet from vision from this ward right there. An Ice Blast does hit the Nature's Prophet, but there's not going to be anything else.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Great, goodness gracious.
What an action-packed game this has been.
Yeah. 14, 24, 38 kills in 18 minutes.
Yeah.
Oof, more than double kills per minute. Nice. So much just ganking and global reach. The Storm Spirit just got tons of reach. And the Lifestealer Infest combo coming out with Storm Spirit is totally there as well, although we haven't seen it. That's something we'll see in the later game. Lifestealer's just been farming away when he has items to show for it. Now his Desolator is going to do work against this tower as we see the right clicks just munching into it. So I think this is good. It helps their tower push with the physical damage coming out from Mass Serpent Ward, so if they really wanted to like just burst down a tower, they can do it. Desolator isn't like the latest game item ever, as on bottom, Pugna gets a kill on Shadow Shaman right here.
It was
with
the ward
once again, and wow, he actually gets another blast onto the Nyx without a Sentry Ward, and this Nyx is wondering what's going on here. Here's an Ice Blast, he's waiting for it. It's actually way far back, so there's not going to be anything, but the Ice debuff is still going to be on Pugna, and it's got a few more seconds. Storm Spirit coming in too, into the Nether Ward. Is there going to be anything? The Radiant, it was an Infest combo. We actually saw it from the Dire, and that's 2 dead for the Radiant. There's the game potential on that.
I think that Nyx actually didn't do his Vendetta attack and he missed his Impale. It still worked out like incredibly well.
Yeah, they had a bunch of people. So although the Nether Ward shows that it's zapping Storm Spirit as he flies by, Storm Spirit isn't actually getting his mana burned more, is he? Or is
no? When you're ball lightning, you're invulnerable.
Yeah, I figured the HP was true, but I didn't actually know about the mana part of it.
Radiant's middle tower.
It can't be too certain because like mana, like for instance, like refraction will prevent all HP from being removed, but like it doesn't stop like mana or anything like that. I don't know. What? Don't know. Good questions. Wow, Courier Kill going the way of Nature's Prophet.
Oh, you never see Nature's Prophet do that. That was such a.
It's almost like he's a broken hero.
Nyx is like, I got.
Wow, there's a lot of Radiant going in the Storm Spirit. He's like, zip, zap. I'm getting out of here, guys. See ya. Moomin blinking in, but now just using all his mana. Yeah, getting out of there. Lifestealer's not farming anymore. He has his Sange, and he is actually looking to fight. Let's see what he does. There's 5 Dire here. Actually 4. There's the Ancient Apparition behind a little bit, but there's the Vendetta on the Pugna way too far out without the tower there as well. He was a little ambitious with that creep wave farming tactics, and there's the Storm Spirit. He's going back in. That Orchid's really giving him some mana, but he didn't find the Tinker, and as he notices the Coddle, just the last second he zips away. He's going to need more mana. Walking right by this ward. And Dire completely grouped up. This is spotted out by the Radiant. They know they're rushing, and they're going to ping this out in just a second. Got to go, says Batman.
Who's going to cast in a Batman voice?
My home planet needs me.
I don't think Batman says that.
Damn. Failed again. There's Roshan going the way of the Dire. 15 to 27. Dire's looking really good. Radiant, it has that push strat, and the thing is, like, aggression, it counters push. We've talked about it with the wards. Like, I mean, well, wards were on Shadow Shaman on the Dire time, so it's the Dire side. So they're the aggression that I was talking about, but here's the aggression just stopping the push. There's the Lifestealer Infest combo. Nature's Prophet comes in. Lifestealer's really low. Might get hit by the rockets. Like one more right click and he's dead. He is also Orchided as well. But now Shackle comes out from the Dire team. Reinitiation from the Dire team, despite the fact that Lifestealer's dead. Nyx is going in. There's the Vendetta. Storm Spirit's out of mana. There's no right clicks. Met comes out from the Radiant team, and Dire's like, nope, I'm not going to have any of this. But Tinker is going to show his Blink Dagger and his lasers, and it doesn't even matter. He might get get another kill out of this. Boom! There's the Dagon. That's 2. Aegis being popped, but Storm Spirit's going to be able to get out of here. Unless they have an Orchid, which they do. Orchid on the Storm Spirit. Completely annihilate, or Orchid on the Nature's Prophet hitting the Storm Spirit. Nice. Punish.
And bottom tower taken. Yeah. I think mainly by the creeps. I don't think Nature's Prophet was actually there for that.
Yeah, he came in pretty early when the Lifestealer. He probably was pushed it up and got the creeps there and then just left. And I really like this. Maelstrom Orchid, he doesn't actually have any escape item. So Nature's Prophet really isn't looking to split push that much because that's the weird thing. It's almost like if he got an escape item, it wouldn't even matter because he's going to die anyways. You know, because like if you have a Blink Dagger, Storm Spirit's going to be there. You have a Shadow Blade, they're just going to dust you. Like, that's my definite truth. So maybe he's just saying, alright, I'm just going to be able to man fight a little bit better. I would think that they'd want a Desolator since they're pushing, and they'd want to maybe just push a little bit better, but mostly magic to push coming out from the Radiant team. And, yeah. Wow. Just before his teleport, they go high ground and they find the Nature's Prophet. Once again, no escape for his name. Do you agree with that? Like the fact that he doesn't really need to escape because he's going to die if he's by himself in the side lane.
Kinda. If one person comes for him, I think an Orchid's good enough to keep him alive. I still think it's worth it to get like a Blink Dagger, specifically. Like, sure, like Storm can follow you, but if you and he gets his Blink Dagger.
Okay.
But if you were to Orchid Blink and immediately start TPing, you'll live, you know?
That's
make
true.
It out.
He would have been able to at least escape that gank right there and reduce the ganks. And if he's going to be right-clicking, it's nice to have the ability to chase, given that there's a Storm Spirit who's going to be zip-zapping away, and a Nyx who has a Blink Dagger as well.
Yeah, this is weird to see. Like, the CM has had so little contribution to this game so far, and that's like what CM is known for.
Yeah, it's definitely true. She's just farmed in the bot lane. And now 2 bugs. Look at that. The open wounds was huge impact, but here comes the stun. Can he get it off? Yeah, the burst damage is even enough to kill him before the TP gets off. And Ice Blast gonna scout out this Coddle just a little bit. Radiant got nothing at this point. Lifestealer is freaking so farmed. Sanj and Yasha now. He's a race car. He's got Desolators taped to his arms and just clawing people. What a horrifying sight it is here in the mid lane as the Dire team pushes the tier 2.
I'm pretty sure he has a slot to put that Desolator within his arm. He doesn't need tape.
That's true. He just shoves it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't need tape.
Yep.
Wow. There's the Eliminate. Doing a lot of damage on Shadow Shaman. He casts one spell from within a Pugna Ward, but the Desolator is doing so much damage. And actually, there's a blink in from Moomin. He's hexed up right now. Tinker is getting annihilated 100% by so much from the Dire team. Now Lifestealer doesn't have Rage for 8 seconds, and he's Frostbit up, but he's going to be able to walk away, no problem. He has Infest if he finds a creep. Midas is off cooldown. He's going to be wanting to use that. And boom, Ice Blast. Bonk. Oh, he infests to get all that health baths, and then Midas is the... Actually, he didn't even Midas. He just killed the creep. I think he might have killed it so fast that he didn't even get the Midas off. There it is. There's the Midas.
He does do quite a bit of damage now, so...
Yeah. Yes, he does. 229 damage added up. Every right click with the added attack speed from Rage as he gets pissed and hits people. I'm a zombie. This is what I do.
Why would Rage make him immune to magic, by the way? Where's the logic in that?
Well, you know, like there's that whole berserker thing where you're tapping into a next state of your consciousness where it doesn't matter what happens to you, you're gonna continue to act and ignore what happens to you because you're just so pissed. But actually, Nyx Assassin going down on the bot lane to the Nature's Prophet, who actually was able to dust and sprout him. Because, well, actually, Vendetta wasn't even used. He just was able to Orchid. Oh, yeah, he Orchided him before he get anything else. And this might be a tower going the way of the Radiant, despite the fact that Dire was pushing so strongly. There's the Ice Blast getting dodged, and Tinker's here as well. Storm Spirit not even ready to go in on this. He has low HP and low mana. He has to go back to base. And this is going to be a tower going the way of the Radiant. Rat Dota way too strong as the Dire are just trying to push their best, but they're not actually getting high ground right now. And that's a lot. This is really good for the range. I forgot that they had Rat Dota on their side.
Yeah, they've been working on that tower a couple times now, so not surprising that it finally went down.
Yeah, and now Lifestealer. I didn't get a kill on the Tinker. He locked him down in silence, but Nature's Prophet is out of here with the Blink Dagger finally actually saving him. Wow. So here we go. We got ourselves a game. The Rat Dota is real, and we'll see. Rat is hard to do. It's hard to play against when it's done well, and it's hard to do yourself, I think. It has to be really calculated. You have to work with your teammates to push at very specific times. You have to make sure lanes are pushed without letting your enemies push them back before you actually get to use it. So it's all about mind games. Rat Dota's hardcore, and we'll see who prevails, the anti-rat or the rats themselves.
What a way to put it. I'm actually like crazy surprised the full int team is losing, like 19-34 losing. Not
Yeah.
Clearly they're pushing towers they shouldn't be pushing with their rat abilities.
Yeah, definitely.
That looks like an A, by the way.
Where?
It goes up and then it goes down.
You mean the R looks like an A?
No. See, but you didn't do that.
Dire's top
I did
tower
this.
is under attack.
It went down.
Oh, did I do that? All right. Well, here's
Yeah.
you gotta have a line there, Tyler. All right, Rankshis. Okay, man.
Not
Okay,
necessarily.
man.
Not necessarily.
This isn't. They're not rapping, so there's no rap battles.
I know.
happening
That's
here.
why it's incredibly confusing. It's like they're
You're
clearly
like,
not
wait,
rapping.
where's the rapping? Next, tell me where's the rapping, because you wrote rap here.
Who's rapping? Is it good rap? I don't like rap.
Yeah, that's funny. Storm Spirit's got almost a BKB. Well, he went kind of between two items. He was like going Bloodstone, I guess, or something. I don't even know. Perseverance, and then he went to Ogre Club. So we'll see what's going to happen there. And Orchid is there, but he's no Sprout. And actually misses. He thought he was going around the corner, and now he's going to be able to zip away. No problems whatsoever. And Ice Blast actually coming to show itself. Shadow Shaman. I feel like Shadow Shaman's been this amount of HP the whole game. 263 health, and Storm Spirit goes in after the Pugna Ward, way past the Pugna Ward, and onto this. Oh God, he went back there right into a bunch and got zapped instantly. And Pugna, though, on the Radiant team does get killed. Shadow Shaman eventually died because apparently he tried to cast something once again in the Nether Ward range.
He tried to cast wards, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's your most expensive item, and there's a rank 4 Nether Ward there, so that'll happen.
Don't do it.
Yeah, suicide's not the answer. As Dire go in completely once again. Wow, Ancient Apparition gets hit by an Illuminate, but Ice Blast on it too. They're gonna munch down completely Lifestealer, getting blocked a little bit by Nyx, but this Ancient Apparition's definitely go down. And the Dire completely, it's a team wipe going the way of the Dire team. Radiant getting completely annihilated by the Ice Blast, the Lifestealer, the Nyx, everything way too strong. Storm Spirit initiation, despite the fact that he completely get grouped up here, huge jump from Storm Spirit into an instant death, and the fact that the Shadow Shaman got annihilated by the Nether Ward. Well, Lifestealer is just way too strong.
Yeah, they don't really have an answer for this Lifestealer past Tinker, but he can just rage out of Ethereal Blade once he gets it. But I guess he won't be able to go on the Tinker, but still he has a way to deal with it. They don't really have a great way to deal with Lifestealer. I would put that out there.
So let's
into
see.
the universe.
Yeah, if you let the universe handle this bit of energy that I've spouted from my mouth.
Yep.
So E-Blade kid doesn't really do much. Yeah, against a Lifestealer, just rage it hard. Yeah, like it felt like if Rage didn't purge some certain things, it definitely wouldn't be as good. And the fact that it's able to purge Decrepify and E-Blade, both of the ghost kind of functionalities, just like way too strong. Now Vendetta's there, and he's got his Blink Dagger. He could go on something. He's gonna Vendetta this guy. Blink over here. Actually, he used the Impale on the Pugna as well, so he didn't even get the Coddle. But
where's this Ice Blast going? Oh, you got that sweet Moonwell.
yeah.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Radiant's
Oh
Courier has been
man,
killed
almost
when it was
3,000
sitting.
gold worth of cargo.
Yeah, this is Storm Spirit. I don't know if he saw it or go into there, but the Static Remnant is able to get vision. And let's see, is the rat real? I don't know. Dire looking to push. They're coming past the lines here. They're looking to go this way. Go to the base, objective base gaming. We'll see. They're definitely creeping. They're creeping in. What does the the Dagon being leveled on both Nyx and Tinker now. Tinker has a rank 5.
Radiant's top tower is under
Nyx.
attack.
Yeah, Tinker's ready to hit people with his sweet Dagon.
Yep, give him the dual laser,
Radiant's
double
top
rocket.
tower has fallen.
The
Seek
red
the
laser
heat.
and the white laser.
Yeah.
Or blue laser.
What's the password? New England clam chowder. Is that the red or the white? The white. What movie is that?
I actually do not know.
That's Ace Ventura. Pet Detective.
Oh, I maybe I'm a bad person, but I did not enjoy those movies as a child.
I probably wouldn't have unless my parents were like, "Hey, watch this," and I'm like, "Oh, it's a movie." As Nature's Prophet, his hiding spot got completely found out. How did they know that he was there, by the way?
I think the ice blast flew over him and gave vision.
Wow. Wow. And the Dire getting in a Roshan to secure their victory. These ganks that are going the way of the Radiant are making it, or going the way of the Dire, are making it so that the Radiant cannot split push. The split push potential is getting annihilated by the gank potential. And that's pretty good against Rat. It's pretty good, I'd say. Isn't like something like a Drow Ranger, like with their precision aura, pretty good against Rat? Like, it's really hard to push against like those creeps when it's constantly being pushed towards your map. I mean, it's super high cooldown.
Yeah, the cooldown on it's pretty large, but it's true. I remember back in the day when Drow was overpowered for a short window in time, when that aura was up 100% of the time.
Pugna and Coddle getting annihilated here.
Wow.
Lifesteal munching on him.
Yeah.
He's able to get like, they're just like standing there like Raid and Lifesteal, letting him just open wounds him. And Coddle like did a weird like zigzag pattern. The straightest line, or the straightest distance between, the shortest distance between point A and point B is a straight line to safety.
Yeah, free racks. I mean, what are you gonna do against that?
What you gonna do? You're gonna dag on.
I guess you can do that.
And wow, this Nyx is so low trying to dag on the Tinker, and he's actually just gonna TP away.
Nyx.
Shadow Shaman got all sorts of dead as well. There it is. There's the first of what will be soon a Rax, and the tower, the Rax actually being pinged out here in the top lane, saying please no Ratarino. And Storm Spirit zipping in on the Crystal Maiden, who you actually use the Euls, and the feast comes out. This Lifesteal is really close to dying, but he's feasting up. There's the Abyssal Blade. He's doing more. Can he stop? Oh my god, the Basher as well. The Dagon. Tinker was just sitting there, just like, oh, I wait for it.
I will wait for my moment. It will become apparent when it is time.
Yeah, that was some legit deaths right there. And in the top lane, Nyx Assassin gets killed on Nature's Prophet, who was ratting the range racks, and it gets denied. What a deny. Tinker comes in to burst down the Nyx as well, and this is going to be a Rax. Can they actually defend against this Shadow Shaman? Doesn't have wards up, but Tinker's actually just going to leave. He's going to try to rearm and come back, and he might be able to burst this Shadow Shaman. Let's see if he does. He's getting mana. He wants to go. He sees the potential. Is he going to TP back? Is he going to TP back? I don't know. The hype is real. He's actually going top. Fine. Fine. Don't do it. Don't do what I tell you. Let's see here. Regroup up.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Wait, did Radiant had CM? Kotokat, I do not know the answers to your questions. Yeah, CM's not doing so well. Okay, so what are we gonna see here? Yeah, it's just like what we already described. Rat's gonna be the only thing that's gonna save the Dire. And
Radiant.
Yes, correct. That one. Yep. And they just need to make sure their lanes continue to get pushed, and because that'll make it so like if the Dire just can't push in because their lanes keep getting pushed. That's one thing. Wow, there's the blink from Tinker. He's actually gonna find it. Is the Tinker gonna be able to TP away? And he's gonna get bursted. Did I say something else? What'd you say?
I said run, Shadow Shaman.
Oh. Yeah, and at the same time, Storm Spirit gets a kill on Coddle of the Light, right? Yeah. Gank potential. Wait, this is where Storm Spirit can just literally kill anyone that isn't super tanky, and there's just all those squishies. Nyx and Storm Spirit. This is just, I don't know. You can't pick this many squishy heroes, man. That's so tough. Unless you just dominate in the early game, like dominate, which is possible, but like we said, the mid lane didn't go as well as it could have, as far as pushing that tower and denying Storm Spirit farm.
Yeah, and that Crystal Maiden hasn't done anything this game, which is...
It's the battle here. Nature's Prophet comes to join. BKB popped on the Storm Spirit. He's going to use the last of his mana to BKB away. There's no more blink. Blink again from the Tinker. Can he make something happen after the BKB ends? Boom! There it is, and that's the Aegis as well. Are they going to actually stick around for this? Dire isn't here. Nyx is coming up with a Vendetta on the back lines. Ancient Apparition on the other, and Storm Spirit's up now. He's not just going to keep farming. Now Nature's Prophet's going to try to get away, but he cancels. All right. He's going to make some creeps and try to rat. Here comes Shadow Shaman's right here. Do they see him? Do they see him? He actually blinks. What? He blinks right here next to... That's the worst day of his life. He's like, what? He's like, what? Whoa, what happened?
This poor Shadow Shaman, 2 times in a row now.
And poor CM, Yuhul's. She's like, oh, look at my environment, it's pretty. Now Nature's Prophet comes in to actually help the CM. CM doesn't die. She's got a Mjolnir charge on her as well. Was that from the Nature's Prophet? That was pretty cheeky. Nature's Prophet using the static charge on the CM. But the Ice Blast is not going to be on the mark. Actually, I think it does a little bit. It's obviously the debuff is applied on Tinker, and now Storm Spirit's going ham. It's for the Dire here, killing the Tinker. That's the dead Tinker, and now Dire's going to push with this. But he buys back instantly, and TP's top to make sure the lanes get pushed. But the mid lane, how pushed is it? The Dire creeps are coming, and there's more Dire creeps down here as well. They can push right in and go for another Rax of some kind if they can make sure to get off another pick. So that's going to be the question. Nature's Prophet making sure that none of these lanes get pushed, using Wrath of Nature to push the mid lane as well. And here's a ward spotting out the Nature's Prophet. Tinker being pinged out, saying, I think that was the Tinker actually. Storm Spirit. This is what I was talking about with Storm Spirit being able to gank Nature's Prophet easy. This is the best place for Storm Spirit to kill Nature's Prophet, is in like this zone. If he's on this zone on any one of those lanes, Nature's Prophet can zip, or Storm Spirit can zip in with crazy damage, expend all his mana, and Ball Lightning rank 3 doing so much damage when you jump that far. And you're that close to base, and you just hop back, get that mana, and you're back right out. And this is why I think Storm Spirit's a really good anti-rat hero. I definitely think so.
Yeah, the ability to just jump into wherever they are and start a fight's pretty good.
Yeah, you can't run in. Yeah,
I'm surprised he's not bringing the Lifestealer with him more often. I mean, not that he needs it, but it would just be safer.
Yeah, definitely. Like, how many times are you, let's say, right here on the map, and then you're walking up to like make sure that you go to the Nature's Prophet who's pushing this way, and then he just gets away because he blink daggers as soon as you get up there. You know, you have to walk to him, but Storm Spirit doesn't play by those rules.
Plays by his own rules.
Yeah. He's got a pudding pop, and he's not afraid to use it.
He loves pudding pops.
Yeah. Man, this is close. Like, yeah, if Storm Spirit wasn't here, man, I think that the Radiance Rat would be so good.
No, not again.
Oh, wow. So
Or Shadow Shaman.
So Shadow Shaman going down just in the wrong spot, the wrong time again. Pugna getting down right here next to the tower, and Coddle getting popped by the Nyx right there as well. So many ganks happening everywhere. And let's see. Follow the Storm Spirit. I forget about the Tinker. Gotta follow that Tinker all around the map because he's gonna get ganks. Following him, guys. Bot tower going down to the Dire. They're pushing in. This is looking bad for the Radiant. The lanes are not pushed. Here's the top, mid, bot. This is not good. There's no rat. They have to fight this. This is where the fight gets forced. We'll see how well it goes into the Dire's favor. The Nyx blinking in. He does have a Dagon rank 5 as well as the Tinker now. Tinker's got the E-Blade, and that's pretty much all he has. Oh, okay, so the Sprout getting used to summon some Treants to counter push the lane even more. And this is it. They're smoked up. Radiant they actually have vision on the Uber ward right here. So if the Radiant comes in on this could be really bad. Coddle, don't do it. Coddle, don't do it. No. And it happens. Boom goes the Static Remnant and the Wombo. Happy Feet. Wombo combo.
Something wrong with you, boy.
It's so new to me that I just love saying it. The guy's hella funny. I totally get why that's a meme.
Even if it wasn't new to you, you would still be saying it.
Oh yeah. That is.
So don't try to use that as an excuse.
You shut your face hole. And Nature's Prophet is able to push top pretty far now. The rat is possible. He doesn't have a Desolator, so like his right click on the tower isn't crazy. He's not the right click king right now that you really have to worry about. Then Dire's like, okay, well, we got a time bomb. Mid lane's pushing a little bit. Tinker's counter pushing and just keeping it where it is. And now, are the Dire going to do it? They're going in right now. They were grouped up. This is the Pugna going down. There's no ward down right now. No nether ward. Are you kidding me? Now the Hexed Up Crystal Maiden as well as the Tinker getting Abyssal Bladed and munched down with the feast from Lifestealer. He's eaten the machine. What's the name? Keen is the name of Tinker's race. Getting annihilated. The last of his kind. Nature's Prophet is Rat in the top lane, though. This is a Rax going the way of the Radiant team, but it's the only Rax, and actually he doesn't get the full Rax, unfortunately. He's still here, though. He could have stayed there. They were looking for him, but he actually didn't want to do it. Now the top lane getting pushed as well. Ice Blast being expended to... Ooh, I'm trying to like use my... There we go, yeah. Watching the ball, woo! Look how small that radius... Oh, he TP'd it when he did it. So that's funny. That is always weird. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll shoot my Ice Blast, and then I'll TP to the fight. And then when you shoot it, it's like a super slow, like, not high radius Ice Blast, and you're like, oh. You're a Tinker, ha 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 ha, top kick.
Wow, shots fired.
There was a Tinker, and he gets wrecked. Indeed. Yeah. So those two Raxes going the way of the Radiant, and actually that Rax on the bottom lane did get finished up. So it's 1-2 in terms of Raxes. Is the Rat real? Depends on the Dire. They need to keep pushing. They need to YOLO it right now. And Roshan's one way to help you YOLO. Because, well, when you Roshan, you don't YOLO.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think Roshan helps anyone YOLO.
You only live twice, so it's a yolt. You yolt.
What an awful expression, by the way.
Good amount of yolting happened on the Dire side. Radiant team gonna push in. They're gonna have that Aegis Immortality. Storm Spirit wanting some of this action. He's zip-zopping over here. He wants part of that cheese, and they're saving the Aegis for him. They know that's a good target for that Aegis. And he's gonna drop an item. In fact, he's gonna take the cheese and the Aegis. What a greedy son of a bitch. For the moment, he sold the cheese, or where's the cheese?
You keep fading in and out.
Oh, do I?
Well, of your southern accent, you like.
Oh, I know. As I question it, he killed the cheese. No way. How dare he kill that cheese? Cheese is a really good thing. And I like some cheese on my pizza. I'm not one of those anti-cheese pizza kind of guys. You know what I mean? Like, pizza's supposed to have cheese on it. But anyways, we got some action here. Bot tower zips up all the way into the team fight, and Pugna gets instantly annihilated. Lifestealer there to help them. Fest Bomb really happened. There's the Ice Blast completely annihilating the Coddle of the Light as well. He's a Coddle of the Darkness now. That's definitely for sure. Well, look at this fast. This Lifestealer zombie. It's like a tombstone from Undying. He's just like, oh my god, it's so fast. He's got that death lust, and he's just zipped. He's almost fast as a Storm Spirit almost. Is that a Storm Spirit? Is that a Lifestealer? I don't even know anymore with that Sanj and Yasha. Sanj and Yasha. But
what an awful thing you've created.
It's done. It's been created. Oh, goodness gracious. But the Tinker trying to do some combo with Storm Spirit right now, but he's ethereal up. He's a ghost. He doesn't even care. Now he's going to zip-zop into the trees and TP, but almost something happened on that Tinker. He almost rearmed and had the lasers charging, and now but he's going to use a laser on the Shadow Shaman.
Poor Shadow Shaman.
I know, right? Look at Moomin go. And the wards are pecking at this tower.
Moomin, show Shadow Shaman mercy, friends.
Yeah, the ward in the back's not paying attention. He's just looking at some other thing.
This is the first time I've seen a CM ulti.
Woo! And Yules doesn't unfortunately not cancel that. It does indeed cancel. It does cancel that. And Shadow Shaman shackling it up and Name-a-ha-ma-ha-na-ta, but you're leaking mana, man, and now you're behind trees without any mana. And Abyssal Blade, here comes the zombie. It's the Walking Dead here in the Reddit Dota 2 League. Oh my goodness. If there was a zombie like this in the Walking Dead, every single human would be indeed dead as well. Moomin going down to the electric vortex. No bliss with the ancient. It has 210 HP, slowly regenning. Oh my god, there's the Dagon, doesn't do anything. It takes down 1/5 the Lifestealer's HP at the Dagon 5. He's got so much HP. Moomin doing the damage to Shadow Shaman, gets the right click. What a martyr. Pull harder on the strings of your martyr.
That poor Shadow Shaman. He did his best all game. Just kept getting zapped.
Yep, he did his best. He Name-a-ha-ma-ha-na-ta all the people.
That indeed he did.
GGWP here in the RD2L cast by Nex and Rankshis. Rankshis and Nex at Next Level Dota. And what time is it is the question. It's 4:47. That might be our last cast for today.
I might have to agree with you.
Yeah, we've done 5 casts, I think, or something like that. 5 total, anyways. 4 with Rankshis.
At least 5 hours of casting.
Yeah, exactly, and that's our schedule. It's on paper, and so thanks for watching, everyone. Just a little tidbit of information for you if you haven't heard. We cast every day right here at the Next Level Dota stream at different times. So the schedule can be found at my post on the subreddit for the Reddit Dota 2 League. I have a post saying, hey, this is a formal introduction to us as casters. Go ahead and read it. We're here every day at different times. And yeah, tell your friends, or just give us a follow if you liked what you saw here. If you didn't, then I don't know, send me some hate mail, kind of like
go tell your friends anyways.
But tell your friends anyways, even if you hate us. Yeah, but no, just kidding. Thanks guys for watching, and well, we'll say our goodbyes. Why don't you say your goodbye first, Rankshis?
Let me think. I gotta make this good. What if I don't wake up tomorrow and you guys never see me again?
Yeah, this could
and
be
how bad would I feel?
Yeah.
Up in hell, like just wishing I said something.
Heaven's in the bottom, heaven's up there now. Yeah.
Yeah, think about it, guys. This is I've discovered what I want to say. Think about it. When you die, you want to go to like some place in the clouds where people just hang out forever and it's just like some guy watching you and judging you? No, you want to go to the place where like all the cool people hang out and you get to do drugs and there's just lots and lots of just crazy parties constantly happening and just like you do whatever you want all the time and there's no repercussions to any of your actions. Doesn't that place sound way better than the guy who's watching over you, making sure you don't do anything bad and then wants to punish you once you do? Screw that, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be up in hell. I'll see you guys there.
All right, see you guys. Thanks for watching.